So believe it or not, I have never driven Sadamine before. And today, you're going to be seeing my first ever attempt at driving it. But for the visually impaired, I will be drifting. And well, you may think I'm absolutely bonkers for drifting a road I do not know. But for me, it's the easiest way to learn. Let me tell you why. Oh, and banging off the red line there. I am drifting on flappy paddles and a button handbrake, which probably doesn't help the fact you think I'm bonkers. So if my shifting's a bit weird, that's why. I have to fold up my sim rig every time I use it, and the shifter just makes it too wide. But as for drifting the road to learn it, here's why I think it is better than gripping. Basically, you have so much more control around the corners. For example, if this next corner was way too tight and I was travelling too fast, I could pretty easily manipulate my speed by getting more angle, taking a wider line, or simply holding the handbrake. But if I was gripping and going at any sort of decent pace, I would practically be locked into whatever I decided to do by the entry point. There's a lot less leeway in what you can do. Once you're in that corner, you're locked into that mistake that you made, and it's hard to correct it. This is the same reason you often see rally drivers drift even on tarmac. They prefer a bit of controlled oversteer. So even if I'm driving on pure instincts, almost guessing what the next corner will be, even if I get it wrong, I still have a lot of tools at my disposal to get around the corner safely. I mean, sure, you could learn the road like you would a circuit, by driving it slowly, then building up the pace lap after lap after lap. But to be honest, that's a bit boring. And when you consider this toge is 7 kilometers long, that's like 40% the length of the Nordschleife. And speaking from experience, that takes hundreds of laps to learn properly, and it has a higher average speed. Yeah, it's not going to work. So for toges, I do a few drift shakedowns. Then when it comes to gripping it, I don't know the entire road like the back of my hand, but it's like I have a better understanding of how the road flows and what corner is likely to come up next. Which is really the best you're going to get, because nobody's learning the road fully in just a few runs, unless you've got a photographic memory or something. I have to say though, this car is very fun, so is the road. It's from the WTT Enjoy series, which I don't think is the most realistic drift pack out there. In fact, it's probably one of the least. The little icon for the pack has a D-pad on it, so I'm pretty sure it's made for gamepad users. But we are not here for an ultra-realistic drifting session, are we? We are here to learn Sadamine. I could do this in a realistic drift car, but to be honest, it's the hottest day of the year. I'm wearing VR, sweating my tits off. I kind of just want to chill. Hence the wet weather. I'm yearning for the British rain to return. But so far, I'm enjoying this road. Good mix of fast bits, technical bits, and massive hairpins, which is exactly what I like to see. It works pretty well for drifting too, which is strange, because I don't think I've ever seen a drift server running it. I mean, this is going beautifully. We should have got some tandems in. It's not something I do enough of these days, drifting. I started sim racing purely because of drifting. And in around 2016, I think, for Christmas, I got a G920 and a Assetto Corsa. And looking back on it, it's crazy to see how far it's come. The mods back then were shit. I think it was mainly Tando buddies, which are about as realistic as this car. The models and sounds were just terrible. We were still drifting on the OG drift playground. And well, that's eventually how I found Toge. Some people seem to think I'm an Initial D super fan. No, I found them through Assetto Corsa. And well, in the end I had to pander to the Initial D audience because that's what the viewers wanted, which was probably the wrong choice. I always wanted to make a variety of sim racing content, from vintage racing to Toge to F1 or anything in between. But now I'm stuck making either JDM or Toge stuff. Speaking of which, I absolutely hate the name TSRB Plus, so if you've got any better suggestions for a new channel name, please leave them in the comments. TSRB Plus is too vanilla. Also, suggestions for videos. I got the Sadamine one from the comments, so thanks. But well, so far I'm surprised I've been driving so well. I've kind of just switched off and just yapping. It's probably a testament to just how well this road flows, to be honest. If it was a road that had no motion, we definitely would have crashed by now. I'm excited to grip it though. I really want to do some battles also, because this road is actually pretty good. I can see what the hype is about. I did see one commenter saying I should host the Toge server, but I used to. But now I host my weekly circuit racing league, so if you want to see some videos on that instead, some actual circuit sim racing, please let me know. I'm not that fussed about driving Toge competitively. I just do it for fun. Oh, is that the end of the road? Yes, it is. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.